everybody, welcome back to What Was Mommy Thinking? My name's Crystal. I'm a full-time working mom of 3 amazing boys, and if you're new here, I hope that you'll hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and stick around for all the fun. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. And today is going to be a little bit longer video than I normally do. Due to circumstances that I'm sure many of us are dealing with in the new year. My paycheck from December 31st that you guys saw me do that budget with me on, I never did get to the bank because of the holiday and some other life situations. My husband got paid today, which is January the 8th, so we just sort of combined the two, and I'm going to do one big cash envelope stuffing. So in the words of my youngest son, I'm going to insert this tiny little clip. I hope you guys find some humor in this, but I've got a clip from each of my boys from about 5, maybe 6 years ago for different segments of this video. So this is Jackson's little segment. Go get yourself something to drink, get yourself a little snack, and cozy in because it's going to be a bit of a video. All right, guys, with that being said, here's Jackson, and then we'll get started.
I could be my treat. I could be my snack, my treat.
What else?
My treat.
Okay.
I'm not going to bring my treat.
Why not?
Because I'm not. It was spilled on the seat.
Oh.
Okay, so for those of you that are new, really quickly, let me kind of explain what I got going on here. I've got my sinking funds in this binder. I do my monthly cash envelopes here, and then this is my wallet. All of my weekly cash envelopes are in here, and this is what I carry in my purse. So what I thought we would start with are the cash envelopes. So I'm going to put my sinking funds aside, and I'm going to move these, and this is just one of the Happy Planner little envelopes, and we're going to go ahead and sort out the cash. So it is Friday, you guys. How are you doing? Have you had a good week? It's been a rough transition back into the grind this week, you guys. So we'll put hundreds over here. You guys can believe it. We are actually supposed to be getting snow in Texas this weekend. One of my colleagues, her son's birthday is this weekend, and he said all he wants is enough snow to build a snowman for his birthday. And I hope that that happens for him, because goodness knows birthdays don't look like they're supposed to this time. And if that's what he wants for his birthday, then that's exactly what he should get. I think he's turning 10. Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. I have my monthly cash envelopes here, my weekly cash envelopes here. One thing that we're going to be doing a little bit different this month, you saw in my budget with me for the first paycheck of January, because we're doing the Janu Pantry Challenge and trying to live out of our freezer and our pantry, my grocery budget is minimal. So what I decided to do, that coupled with the fact that our pandemic numbers here in my area are off the chain charts like crazy, I decided to leave all of my grocery money in the bank and only do pickup and delivery, which would be all online, so I don't need to pull any cash out for that. So I did not pull any grocery cash out. If you watched that video, you also saw that my husband's monthly gas money goes on his PayPal card. I've already transferred that over. So that being said, everything else is here, and it's confession time, you guys. I know I told you in my last video it was time to change my envelopes over. So I have them, like I've got for groceries and gas and eating out for the Valentine's Day theme, but I haven't put stickers on them yet. So my ledgers are still in these envelopes here. So what I'm going to do is take the one out for my gas and the one for the eat out, and I'm going to use them, but I'm going to have to put like a little post-it note. I mean, I know what they are, like it goes grocery, gas, eat out. So for my gas money for the month, we're going to start there, and I'm getting $65, I apologize. I'm getting $65 for the month. When I went out a little bit ago to go to the bank, I still had almost half of a tank. So for right now, I'm going to put all 65 of that in this envelope. So I'm going to do 3 20s and a 5. And then let me grab my Sharpie over here. And we'll fill out the ledger together. So today is January, oh goodness, the 8th, and we're going to deposit $65. Is this the eat out one? Oh, this is the eat out one. That is no problem at all. We'll go back over here. We'll do January the 8th. We're going to deposit $65, and that gives us a balance of $65. I like my lower bills on bottom, 20, 40, 60, and 5. So my OCD is going to make me go over and get something to wipe off that $65 off of this ledger with. So give me 2 seconds. Okay guys, I'm back. This is a little bottle that I have. I got it on Amazon. And when you push down on the top of it, this little button, it gives you just a tiny bit of alcohol. So I'm going to take that, go onto my ledger here, and literally just erase. And that's it. It's super simple. So this is our eat out budget. It's $100 this month, and my goal is to not spend a single penny of it. But I decided to break it down into $25 a week. So that $100 is going to be 4 20s and 4 5s. So for anybody else that's paid monthly like I am, this is why I'm doing it this way. 25 of this is going to go in my wallet, so I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to put these in $25 bundles so that each week I can put $25 into my wallet down here. So up top here, I'm going to put today's date, and I'm going to put that we're depositing $75 in this envelope so that I know I have that much left for the month. 20, 25, 45, 50, 75. And I'm going to throw that in here. And I will get labels made for these envelopes before the end of January when I get paid again, so that you guys don't have to sit through that experience again. So that is it for the monthly cash envelopes, because as I said, I'm leaving grocery in the bank. So I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to go ahead and open up my wallet. And for my wallet, I usually have this little pink thingamajigger-digger here. And we're going to go to my eat out, which is completely blank. We're going to add in that $25 for today. So again, January the 8th, we're adding in $25, and that gives us a balance of $25. And so I will go on the 15th, again on the 22nd, and then again on the 29th. And that'll be my 4 deposits for January for my eating out. So it's $25. And we'll get that put away. Out of my other out of my other cash envelopes, pets is not being funded this time around, but allowance is. So we're going to go ahead and fill our allowance. Again, my husband and I each get a 20. And then the rest of it is in fives. And the reason that I do that is because my children have the opportunity to earn $5 a week every single week if they do all of their chores without being asked. And they're pretty good about it, but nobody's perfect. So sometimes we have a little bit of this to roll over, and we add that to our job board where they can pick a job off of a board to get paid for. So I take mine and my husband's out in 20s, and the rest of it's in fives, and the total for the month is $100. So we've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Now, because I will take mine and my husband's already out, I'm going to go ahead and set that aside and give him his, and mine will go in my wallet right here. I can actually go ahead and stick that in there. This money is for my boys to earn, right? So I'm going to pull this, and we're going to write today's date, and it is January the 8th, and we are depositing $60. And that gives us a balance of $60. Sometimes it's kind of nice too to have those smaller bills on hand. I know that this is a lot to shove in this little envelope, but sometimes it's nice to have the small bills on hand to make change for. And then for gas, again, remember it's in my monthly allotment. And for grocery, we're leaving all of that money in the bank because we're going to do all online shopping. So that is it for my wallet that goes in my purse. So we're going to go ahead and close this little guy up and move it out of the way. So now we get to the part that I love the most, and that is the sinking funds. So this is my sinking fund binder, wallet, purse, whatever you want to call it, and I have all of my sinking funds in here. So what we're going to do is I've got a little cheat sheet here. I think I've shown this to you guys before. I made this on Word, and I make what I need from the teller, and then I put it by envelope and how much it's getting and the increments. So I'm just going to keep that over to the side here as my little cheat sheet, and we're going to get going. So home projects isn't getting anything this payday. Some things just aren't going to get funded all the time, and that's one of them. For our home maintenance fund, because it is winter, well, as winter as Texas gets, we've noticed a little bit of an uptick in the amount that we need in this envelope, so we're putting a little bit extra in it this time around. It should have $32, so let's check. 20, 30, 31, 32. This payday, well, 2 paydays actually, we're going to put $88 into this fund. So we'll write down January the 8th, we're going to deposit $88, and that's going to give us a total of $120. All right, so one of the reasons that we need extra in this fund this go around is we're getting ready to have to replace all of the filters on our air purifiers that we have throughout the house. So that's a big expense. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 88. So let's sort this in, and then we'll count it up and make sure that we have the right amount. If you have allergies or kids with allergies or asthma, our air purifiers are a godsend for us. All right, so let's make sure we have $120. 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, so that is home maintenance. Next up we have vehicle maintenance. In our vehicle maintenance fund, we just got oil changes in the cars, things like that. However, we need to get some money built up in here for any type of like tire replacement or anything like that. So we did bump this up just a little bit for a paycheck. Right now we should have $20, which is exactly what we have. And today we're adding in $80. So I will write January the 8th plus $80, and that gives us a total of $100. All right. So I don't know why I decided to do it this way, but I decided to do 4 20s. So let me stick those there and we'll count this. 20, 40, 60, 81. That is it for this one. So because we are doing the Janu Pantry, we had a little bit, not really extra money, we put a little bit of extra money towards debt, but we had a little bit of discretionary money to decide whether we wanted to put that towards debt or to buffer some of these sinking funds. So that's what you see me doing with those, and then you'll see me do it when I get to the Christmas envelope. I took from some of the other holidays and from that grocery budget that we normally have and put that towards Christmas. Sports, this envelope is one of the ones that I took the money that was allocated for this and put it towards Christmas. Normally we put $300 a month in here to pay the dues for my son, for his baseball team, and my other 2 boys as well. However, we didn't have to make a payment in December, so I have that payment saved. We actually made that payment today, so I don't have to fund this envelope again until the end of January for February's payment. So that $300 is going into our Christmas fund. That also allows me, if I pay that $300 towards debt and something comes up with baseball, a piece of his catcher's gear breaks, or a bat gets broken or something along those lines, I have that tangible cash that I can grab out of the Christmas fund if I had to, instead of throwing it on a credit card. So that sort of contributed to that decision. The next envelope is vacation. It is a complete and total blank. We are starting from scratch here. This one is getting $200. For a second there, guys, I was looking at my little cheat sheet and it looked like it said $700, and I was like, there's no way. So I'm so glad I fixed that with my eyesight. Y'all, I'm old. I can't believe it. All right, so $200. I do wear progressive lenses and transition lenses because I am blind as a bat. All right, so I'm going to make a little mark here on my sheet. We did of the ones that we've done. We are now at birthdays, and I do not believe that this one gets funded until next paycheck. For our family pictures, we are going to fund this one. It's not going to be as big as we normally do. If you've watched my prior videos, you know that historically we do $40 here. But let's see, we should have 120. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, and 20. So we're right on the money with where we're supposed to be. And we're just going to go ahead, excuse me, and put $25 in today. So January the 8th, $25, and that's going to give us $145 total. So I just need a 20 and a 5, and then we will count this up and make sure that we are where we're supposed to be. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 30, 45. Good to go. All right. For back to school, this was a fund that we definitely are keeping. This is for August of 2021 for when our children are going to be going back to school, because I'm going to put it out there in the universe that hopefully things will be back to normal by then. So we're going to put $100 in there like we do every month, and that should give us $400. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. The goal for me is to have close to $1,200 in this fund for back to school for August. And that should buy all their school supplies, shoes, socks, clothes, backpacks, anything that they need. So we did that one. Miscellaneous is not getting funded. Clothing is not getting funded. Cosmetics. This one is getting a tiny bit. If you've watched my prior videos, I have historically given it $70 a month. I did, however, buy some Clinique back in the fall. So right now I should have 90, 50, 60, 70, 80, $90. We're only doing 10 right now, and that will give us 100. I'm trying to use up everything I have, and then as I find deals on La Roche-Posay, or Posay, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. I am buying those products and putting them back for when I finish up the last couple of Clinique products that I have. Alright, so we got cosmetics there, and the next one that we're going to fund is not going to be Amazon. That's next payday. Nor is it this one. We're going to go to our holidays. So for Valentine's Day, we are going to put a tiny little bit because every tiny little bit helps. This is the next holiday coming up. Right now I should have 90. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. Today I'm putting $10 in this fund. And that's going to give me a grand total of 100. So I'll grab my 10 here, and let's counter up. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. So I just want to be able to do something special for all four of my guys for Valentine's Day. All right, for St. Patrick's Day. This was a newer fund for us. And basically St. Patrick's Day might be some kind of cute little card or a little green something or another. But we do the traditional corned beef and cabbage dinner and stuff like that. So that's mostly what this money would go towards helping with. I'm going to put another $10 in here today, and I'll be up to 20. And it really would just basically buffer my grocery money for that week. So 10 and 20. And we'll get that right in here. Luckily we have a few more months. And even if I can only put $5 in it, every little bit will help, right? So for Easter, I was doing, as you can see, $30. Then I went down to $20 in December. And we are going to stick with that for this month as well. So I should have 80, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. And I'm going to throw another 20 in there, and that'll bring me up to 100. All right. And then we'll count that out. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Perfect. Has anybody told you today that you're perfect? Let me be the first, because you are. Alright, so Mother's Day. This is another one that we cut for 2021. We were doing $45 a month every month, and then we went down to $35 a month, and now we're going to cut it even further and go down to $25. So I should have 125, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm going to add 25 to it. So that should give us a total of 150, 25, and that should give us 150. We'll count that out just to make sure, because I lose my mind on a regular basis. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeehaw. Alright. Trying to stick it in Easter. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. Okay. Then for Father's Day, it really is just a mirror of Mother's Day. I should have the same amount. I should have $125. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 15, 20, 25. I am going to put another 25 in here. So January the 8th, $25. And that should give me 150. And this is for my husband and my daddy to get Father's Day for them. And that's, let's count that out. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Father's Day. Okay, 4th of July. This is one of those things, guys. This month, I had to be really honest about where we needed to put the most money because I'm not sure what's coming down the road. So this is only getting $5 this paycheck. It says here I should have 50, 20, 40, 50. You can see that we went from putting 20 a month down to 10 a month, and January is going to be 5 a month, and that is perfectly fine. That's going to give us a total of $55 in this fund. And there's my little $5. So let's make sure we have 55, 20, 40, 50, and 5. Alright guys, now for the big one. Halloween is not getting funded this time, Thanksgiving is not getting funded this time, but my Christmas envelope is getting funded. Now remember, we took birthday money, sports money, a little bit from what was left out of groceries, and a couple of other funds that we took down. We're going to put a big amount in Christmas. Right now there is nothing, as is probably the case with a lot of people's Christmas, but today, on January the 8th, we are going to add $650. And that is a lot. That is a lot. And I'm not committing to the fact that that's going to be, it's able to stay there. But for right now, that's what's going in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 50 are going into Christmas. So I have one category left that I thought the envelope was in here, but I don't see it, so I'm going to see if it's one of the ones that I took out, maybe up here. These are ones that we did away with. Entertainment, nope, it's not there. So let's see if perhaps this $50 is supposed to be going into an envelope that says unexpected. And that is for those little incidental costs that come up that are completely unexpected. So I cannot find that envelope right now. So what I'm going to do is that miscellaneous envelope that I have. Let's see, right there. I'm going to put it in here and make a note to myself so that I know what I did and why I did it. I should have 70 in here, 20, 40, 60, 70. And I'm going to add this 50 to it to give me a total of 120 in this category. And then in my budget book, I will just, miscellaneous and unexpected are kind of the same thing. We sort of separated them out because we try to track our unexpected expenses to see if it's something that's occurring often enough to either start a sinking fund for it or add it to our bills. But I will work on that after this video is over. I've probably kept you guys super long enough. Alright, so let's make sure we have 120, 50, 70, 90, 110, 120. That's going into here. I will make myself a little note. And then that is that. So these are, again, my sinking funds for our household, and I just throw this right back on in here. And then I'm going to make myself a little note back here. Maybe. I'm going to make myself a note. Let me find my note paper. Those are my pages to track. If I take something out of a sinking fund, so this is January. If I take something out of any of my sinking funds, I write it in here, what sinking fund I took it out of and the amount, and then I run a little tally on the sheet. And I only keep 1 month in here at a time, but because I did that with the unexpected, I'm going to go ahead and make myself a little note that on January the 8th, that I put $50 for the unexpected into the miscellaneous. and that will remind me that I need to fix it one way or the other. I need to change it in my budget book so that the money was actually allocated to miscellaneous, or I need to find that unexpected envelope, because I did used to have one, and put that $50 in it and make sure it has a ledger. So that is it for the cash stuffing for my December 31st once a month paycheck for me, and for my husband's bi-weekly January the 8th paycheck. If you have any questions about our pay and like our pay schedule, not really our pay, but our pay schedule and how we decide what gets funded out of each paycheck, make sure to leave those below in the comments section, as well as any advice or tips that you might have for me. And what I thought I would do to reward you guys for sitting through this extra long video is to give you 2 little video clips of my older 2 boys now at the end of the video, and they sort of motivate me to go after this, right? So again, these videos are from 5 or 6 years ago. I think my boys might have been 6 and 8 or 7 and 9 when these 2 videos. It was our first year in Texas, and we took them to the TCU football camp because they're both obsessed. And so I'm just going to throw in a couple of little clips from some of the little exercises. The first clip is my middle son, Connor. He's my little blondie. And if you guys can see, I don't know if you can or not, but if you can see his little face and his anticipation of how bad he wants his turn and he wants to go, and then how hard and how fast he runs his little obstacle, because he cannot wait to get to the end, to get his little reward at the end, and that's all he was waiting for. That's how I feel about going after my debt this year. I want to have that energy. I want to have Connor's energy in going after my debt. Then you're going to see the second video, and that is going to be my oldest son and his...
That's awesome.
So this video of RJ is how I'm going to feel when I pay that last payment on that last credit card. I'm not even talking completely out of debt. We're not talking vehicles, student loans, any of that. But when I make this last payment on the last credit card, whether that's this year, next year, or whatever it is, I want to celebrate and go without fear, just like my oldest does in this little clip. Okay guys, that is it, I promise. I want to thank you so much for letting me share my beautiful little family with you, and a couple of our happy little memories that I found when I was cleaning some videos off my phone. And I hope that you are having an amazing week, that Friday has been blessed for you, and that you're ready for a fun, family-filled weekend. No matter where you are or where you're at in your journey, know that you are appreciated and that you are valued and that you are enough. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.